In this video, we'll be talking about trapezoids. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with exactly two sides parallel. Now remember, a quadrilateral is just a four-sided polygon. So these are trapezoids. Our two sides that are parallel would be here and here. And so these sides are not parallel. This also, you can see it's obvious that these two sides are not parallel. These are our parallel sides. On this one, these are our parallel sides. So just make sure that you have exactly two sides parallel when you're dealing with the trapezoid. Parts of a trapezoid. The two parallel line segments are called bases. And usually you designate one of them as being B1. So we'll let this top one be B1. Doesn't matter. And then we'll let this one be B2. And then the non-parallel segments are called the legs. If you have an isosceles trapezoid, these legs will be the same measure. But in this case, it's just a trapezoid, so they're not necessarily the same measure. And then the distance between the two parallel bases, that's called the altitude or the height. We'll just call that h also. Right? Another part of the trapezoid that I've not shown here yet would be if you found the midpoint of the legs. So this point, let's designate that as the midpoint, meaning this segment is congruent to this one. So this is halfway in between the two endpoints of this leg. And then if we find the midpoint of this leg, so this segment from here to the midpoint is equal to this segment. And then if you connect those two midpoints with a line segment, that line segment is called the median of the trapezoid. So some properties of a trapezoid. First of all, the area can be found with the formula 1/2 the height times the sum of the bases. So since we designated this as B1, we would put this base length in for B1 and the length of this base for B2, and then our altitude, our height, the value of that would be for H. Also, the median is parallel to the bases. So this line segment connecting the two midpoints of the legs, that line is parallel to this top base and this bottom base. And the length of the median is the average of the two bases. So if we wanted to find the length of the median, we would add the bases and then divide by 2. The area of the trapezoid shown is 175 square centimeters. And what is the value of x? Now to solve this problem, we need to use the formula for area of a trapezoid. And we know that that is area is equal to 1/2 the height times the sum of the bases. So we can put values in for things that we know. The first sentence tells us that the area is 175. So we can sub this number in for area. The 1/2 is a numerical coefficient, so we'll just copy it. Our height is given as 10 centimeters. And then our sum of our bases is x plus 2x plus 8. So we just need to solve this equation for x. I'm going to go ahead and multiply 1/2 of 10 is 5. So we have 175 equals 5 times, and then let's combine like terms here. This is 3x plus 8. Now we can distribute the 5. Let me copy 175 on the left. And then 5 times 3x is 15x plus, and then 5 times 8 is 40. Now to isolate the x, we'll subtract 40 from both sides. These will cancel, and we have 135 is equal to 15x. Divide both sides by 15. These will cancel, and we get x is equal to 9. Let's do another one. EF is the median of the trapezoid shown below. What is the value of x? So we know that when we're comparing the median with the bases, we know that the median is the average of the bases. So we know that the median is equal to base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. So let's go ahead and put the expressions in that we know. We know the median is 4x plus 1, so we can put that here. Base 1 is 2x plus 2. And we're going to add that to base 2, which is 7x minus 2. And then we have to divide by 2. Okay, so let's solve for x. Combining like terms, this positive 2 and this negative 2 will cancel. So we'll copy our 4x plus 1, and we get 2x plus 7x is 9x divided by 2. This is the same as 4.5x. So we can subtract 4x from both sides. This will cancel. And on the left, I have just the 1 left. And then this number was 4.5x. And if I subtract 4x from that, I now have just a half an x. To get x by itself, let's multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 1/2, which is 2. These will cancel, and I have x is equal to 2.